A traveler was walking from one town to another. Between the two towns, there was a jungle, and that had a huge tree. So, when he was passing by this tree, he decided to take some rest. Sitting under the shade of the tree, he said to himself, "Wish I had something to eat and drink." With no time, he got food and water. After eating that, he felt sleepy. So he wished for a cozy bed to sleep, and the bed appeared. After he woke up from his sleep, he felt like having a nice coffee, and a cup of coffee appeared. By now, he understood that he is sitting under a wishing tree, and whatever he is asking for, the tree is fulfilling it. So he asked for lots of money, a great house, and cars, and precious metals, and jewels, and all the wealth he could think. And the tree kept fulfilling his wishes. Suddenly, the man realized that he had got all the wealth he wanted in the middle of the jungle. And there would be dacoits in this jungle. What if they come to know about my wealth? They will kill me and take everything away from me. And to that, the tree said, "I would grant your wish." Sad, but true. You also have a wishing tree in you, and that is granting all your wishes. It doesn't understand what is good or bad for you. What it understands is fulfilling all your wishes. That tree is your mind, and your wishes are your thoughts or self talk. Whatever you see in your mind, you're going to have it in your life. Most of you would think that we don't ask for poor performance, we don't want to get out in single digit or with a low score. No bowler would ask for runs or no wickets in his over. But why does it happen then? True, everybody wants success, but not everybody thinks or visualize themselves as successful. What stops most people from achieving success is negative imagination and harmful self talk. When you think about your future, two thoughts come to your mind: thoughts about success and failure. The common tendency of the mind is to think about failure. It's not just one failure thought that comes to your mind. It's like a complete movie showing how you can fail and what will happen if you fail. That is a negative imagination. Why does your mind get involved in this negative imagination? We will look at the 5 primary reasons for that. 1. Impure memory. All responses or events get stored in your memory. So both good and bad performance files are stored in your mind's computer. The files that you open often will get into favorites, recently opened, or bookmarked. If you tend to open failures, setbacks, and underperformance files often, what will you see when you on your computer during a match? Opening failure files again and again makes your memory impure. Seeing failure in the past will make you anxious in the present and keep you thinking about the future's worst possible outcome. 2. Blaming and complaining. Check how much time do you spend blaming, complaining, giving excuses, and pointing at other people's mistake. Some people spend most of their time focusing, talking, and listening about negatives. Sometimes, when you give a lot of importance to other people's opinion and you feel worried about what people will think about you after you make a mistake or lose a match, then you get into this damaging habit of blaming and giving excuses. Then you blame your fielders for dropping catches or not saving boundaries for you. Complain about pitch not supporting, umpire's wrong decision. You justify after you lose a match. Imagine its effect on the mind. How much dirt are you collecting if you involve yourself in such behavior? 3. Describing mistakes. This one is something I have seen during matches almost across all levels. The situation is like this. A batsman is out due to poor shot selection or wrong judgment. So he walks back to the dressing room. In the dressing room or the stands close to the dressing room are officials, administrators, support staff, coaching staff, senior or ex-players, parents sitting and watching the game. After some time, somebody from this group will call the batsman and ask a very typical question. How did you get out? He has seen it, okay? But still he will ask. And the player will describe that wrong shot or judgment in great detail. That person is not interested in knowing how you got out because he will listen to you and either laugh it off saying, "What? You can't play a simple shot properly?" or make faces and ask you to go. The problem is not with such people. You cannot control them. The problem is with that player who keeps describing his mistake to everyone who asks. Because every time you talk about that mistake, you store it in your muscle memory and you open a wrong file again. 4. Thinking about everything but what you have to do. When you play a match, who are you and what is your role? If you are a batsman, your role is to score runs. For a bowler, take wickets, and a fielder, save runs for the team. This is what you have been practicing and training for many years. But when you play a match, you get into some different roles also. Like you become scorer, analyst, coach, parent, selector. And not just that, you also take up critic's role. Now, when you have to play so many roles, it won't be easy to focus on batting, fielding, or bowling, right? Can you see how much clutter we are creating in our minds when we do that? 5. Demanding to be perfect. Every ball bowl, every shot that I play has to be perfect. We may give others the benefit of doubt. We may also tell a friend who has not performed well to stay there and believe that he can do it. But when it comes to us, it changes. No mistake is accepted. We become very critical about our performance. When you stop giving yourself space, you start losing your confidence in your decisions, creating confusion and double mind. What or how to play? If you are thinking so much, how can you focus? So here are 5 tips to control your thoughts. First, purification of memory. Purification of memory is done to clear the dirt, impurities collected in your memory. Like you delete unwanted files from your computer to create space for new and important ones. You have to start opening the files of your best performances. Look at all the places like videos, pictures, scorecards, newspaper cuttings, your old journal, where you can find your best performances. Try to remember the details of those matches. If possible, try and relive those matches. The more you think about your peak performance, the better you can convince your mind to do a positive imagination. To purify your memory, focus on your excellence and do positive imagination or visualization every single day. 2. Honoring excellence. Whenever you see yourself doing good or excel in something, acknowledge it. This will help build your self-confidence. Believing in your skill is very important for peak performance. If you want to be champion, you can't hope for your opponent's low show for your win. You have to beat your opponent by showing better skills than him when he is at his best. When a batsman hits a six, when a batsman hits you a six, you acknowledge his excellence and look for how you can surprise that batsman by delivering your best ball. When you do that, you show that you are not afraid of your batsman's form and you are up for the challenge. 3. Analyze your performance. When you feel you're not performing or you need to improve, talk to your coach or someone whom you trust or the concerned person. So if you have doubts about your skill or technique, speak with the coach. If you feel fitness is a concern, talk to your trainer. If the right mindset is a problem, then speak with a psychologist. Speaking about your performance with anyone or everyone will add more to the problem. One more thing to remember is to analyze your game. Don't judge yourself good or bad based on your performance. You are not equal to your performance. You are more than that. During the analysis sessions, focus on finding remedies to your mistakes, solutions to your problems, learning lessons from your failures, not just errors, losses, and issues. And yes, please discuss your strengths too. 4. Focus on what you have to do. To explain this, let me tell you a remarkable story from Mahabharata, the ancient Indian epic. The story goes like this. Once the teacher, Drona, gathered all his pupils for archery challenge and asked them to strike the wooden bird's eye placed on a tree. But before letting them set their arrows loose, he asked each one of them a question. What do you see? Everyone who came except Arjun said they could see the bird, leaves of the tree, branches, other birds, fruits, and Drona asked them all to lay down their bow and arrow. When Arjun came, he said he can only see the bird's eye. While others failed to separate their goal from distraction in their path, Arjun ignored everything and solely focused on what he was told to do. During the match, it is crucial to shut down all distractions and focus only on your role. 5. Expect, do not demand. Expecting a good performance of but insisting that every ball you play or every shot you play must be perfect is damaging. Even the best batsmen or bowlers in the world also cannot play every ball perfectly. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Give yourself some room and confidence to play what you want to play. So, activity for the week, simple, purification of memory. Look for your best performances till now, visualize it and relive those moments. See you next Friday. Till then, love your game and enjoy your game. Thank you.